Okay, what I haven't done from the saddle is I haven't bent her head. Good girl. Good. I've done it many times, but not when I was sitting up here. I love it that she does not pull her head back. You see that? She's not bothered about being soft. This is a really nice filly. There we go. Let's go the other way. All right. So I'm going to do this a couple more times, then I'm going to ask her to move her hindquarters. You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay. All right. And you notice I'm kind of wiggling around here. You want to do that. I've done that before. It's not the first time, but you don't want them to forget you're up here. I know that sounds silly, but they can kind of go into freeze mode and shut down mode in their mind sometimes. So you want to kind of keep their attention. Okay, so I'm just going to see if I can just gently get her to yield her hindquarters. There we go. She gave me one step. I let the rein off and rode her. That's all I need. So to me, I just rode the horse. It was a short ride, and it wasn't very far, but I rode her. Okay, let's try it again. Really nice. Aren't you a good baby? Aren't you a good baby? There we go. So she did so well with that. I'm going to get off and walk over here. Give her a minute to lick her lips. And she, look at her. Don't you love this horse? How can you not? What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. Okay. So this time I'll get on from the offside. There we go. And I'm going to bend her to the right this time. Ask her to step over this way. You know the cue? She's a little confused. Remember this, she wasn't as good on this side. So I'm bumping her here, but she's not upset. She just hadn't put it together in her head what I want her to do. Almost got it there, baby. Come on. There. Okay, it wasn't much. It was just a shift of her weight, but in her mind, she kind of started figuring out what I was asking her. Okay, and she's licking her lips. Okay, as I said on the last video, if you don't scare them, they won't buck. Okay, I mean, you think that just seems like such a simple concept, but sometimes it's hard to know what might scare a horse. I guess I get that. But there. Good. Okay. Good. Now at some point here, she might just kind of start walking off, and if she does, I'll probably let her. Okay, I do have a night latch here, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, good. Okay. So now I'm going to ask her for 2 steps. Just do this a little at a time. Good girl. Can you give me 2 steps? That was 1, and that was 2. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Now maybe we can get 3. She's looking at me like, what in the world? She's a little confused. Okay. That's okay. It's okay. Let's try this side. Am I boring you yet? Is this a boring video? I hope so. There. Okay. Okay, all right. So now what I'm going to do is try to get her to take a few steps forward. And I'll start off by moving her what I've done before and build on it. So here. She's looking at me like, again? Yeah, let's just go a little more, baby. And I gently tapped her with the end of the rein right there, which, you know, she's okay with that because we've gotten her used to, her owners did some of that too. We've gotten her used to things flopping around, so she doesn't get upset if that rein taps her right there. Let's get a little motion. There we go. Come on. Let's go a little more. There. Good. Good. And I know some of you young guys are saying, whack that horse, Grandpa. Come on. Come on in here and whack her if you want. Okay. At some point, I will whack her. I don't have a problem with that. Once she understands the cues and she's not doing it, sure, I'll tap her. All right. My job is to teach her what I'm asking her to do. There, good. Good. There. There we go. Good. Isn't that nice? See? She took a few steps. She's doing a lot of licking and chewing. Good girl. Okay. Good place for me to get off. When I did, she took a deep breath and let it out. Yeah, you need to take a break, honey? You know, and there's going to come a point, if you stick with me in this series, I think I'm going to have this colt for 90 days, and we're on, what, day 12, I think. Yeah, 30 days from now, I'm going to be putting a lot of pressure on this colt. I'll be rolling her back into fences and doing all kinds of things when she's ready for it. Okay, when she understands what's going on, can handle it with no problem, sure. Okay, girl, we'll get on from this side. Oh, I probably should have told you on the first ride, I basically just have two goals. There's only two things I really want to accomplish. I want to get a little bit of forward motion, and I don't want anything bad to happen. Those are my two goals, which we've already gotten both of those. So far, anyway. I'd like to have a little more forward motion, and we can do a little better than that. But, okay. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to use both feet. Once I get her hindquarters moving, I'm going to use both of my feet, try to get a little forward motion. There. Good. Good. A little more, baby. Good girl. Good girl. Not much, but she's starting to get it. What, I got 4 or 5 steps? Let's try this way. There, good. See, my feet are bumping her and she's not bothered by that. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Way to go, Casey. You're a sweetheart, aren't you? You're a superstar, huh? She's a superstar. Doesn't she kind of look like that gelding on Man from Snowy River? I noticed that today. She's kind of a lean, lanky kind of a buckskin. She kind of looks like him, that gelding. Okay, now I'm just going to see if I can get her to walk out. Good girl. Come on, let's walk out. There, good. And when she does move, I'm petting her. That's how she knows she's doing the right thing. Okay, she's going to come over and sniff the camera. That's the way she is. You got an up close look at her ears there. Can we move, baby? There, good. Good. Okay. Good girl. She's doing that because Crystal, who's running the camera, she thinks she's going to get petted.
She just might.
She might. Okay, let's see if we can get her to move here. Good girl. Come on. There. All right. Okay. So she's kind of starting to understand it. So let me see if I can just get her to keep walking. And I don't care where she goes here. I'm not pulling on anything. It's just enough to... Let's see if I can get her to understand I want her to go. Good girl. Good girl. There. There we go. Good. Nice. Okay. And I'm kind of trying to be ready if she takes off trotting or loping, something boogers her a little, I'll just try to go with it and not make a thing about it. She probably wouldn't unless something scared her. Okay, good girl. Keep going. There, good girl. Good girl. So I'm just rubbing on her. Just rubbing on her. She stopped, turned around, says, I think I'll go this way. I'll go that way. Okay. Okay. So to me, this is good enough for first ride. And, you know, there's a school of horse training that says you need walk, trot, lope on the first ride, and I understand the point of that. They kind of think that if you don't get that on the first ride, then they're more likely to be scared when you do it on the subsequent rides. I don't agree with that philosophy, because I am a big believer in the philosophy of just one step at a time and make them be okay with that. That's just what I believe in. Right there, she feels like she wanted to trot a little bit, but she didn't. Okay. I believe if I stop right here, and I just might, in fact, I just think I will. I believe if I stop right there, she had a really good experience. She'll probably follow me. You going to follow me or not? She had a good experience. Nothing bad happened. I got a little bit of forward motion. So that's first ride. Tomorrow, I'll for sure get a trot, maybe even a lope. You know, by the third or fourth day, I'll be loping her around this round pen. You know, I just believe you do it a little at a time. Don't scare that horse, and you're going to end up with a nice horse.